gentlemen of spoken word.
We use poetry to express ourselves.
We use music to convey a message,
to educate,
to enlighten,
to empower,
to motivate,
to break out of the mold. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the distinguished gentlemen of spoken word.
If you think you are beaten,
you are.
if you think you dare not,
You don't.
if you like to win, but think that you can't,
It's almost certain you won't.
you see, life's battles don't always go to the stronger nor the faster man. But sooner or later, the one who wins is the one who thinks he can.
It's the one who thinks he can.
I can.
It's the one who thinks he can.
I can.
It's the one who thinks he can. I can. It's the one who thinks he 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 can. We can.
I am Honeybell Bay, and I am the founder and the director of the Distinguished Gentlemen of Spoken Word. This character-based performance troupe has had the honor of being in existence for 20 years. So now, here we are in May of 2021. We've fought COVID, we've survived. We fight every day police brutality, we fight poverty, we fight educational systems that in themselves are at risk, and we survive through the power of the pen, through poetry. You're looking at a cohort that has been on pause because of COVID, and in this performance, we come back to you. So we hope that you enjoy it. We hope that we are able to give some words that enlighten, and we thank you very much for inviting us, even in this virtual platform, as we have conversations about race, we have conversations about community, and we have conversations about what it really means to be a young man who's resilient in the midst of the millions of risk factors that come against him every day. Thank you so much for the invitation and for listening to these young men that I have the privilege of working with every day.
Once riding down old Baltimore, heart filled, head filled with glee, I seen a Baltimorean looking straight at me. Now I was 8, very small, but he was no whit bigger. So I smiled, but he poked out his tongue and called me a nigger. I saw the whole of Baltimore from May to December. All those things that happened there, that's all I remember. That's all I remember.
Having this discussion on promoting equity through culturally competent prevention leads me to think about these wonderful young men that we are enjoying now. It leads me to think about how you create something from a grassroots perspective and understand all of the platform in which they fight and still use the art as that vehicle, as that tool to fight, as that tool to get them to understand their brilliance, their excellence, and to raise that bar. For me, having created a performance-based program for adolescent young men, it's kind of an oxymoron, to be able to tell young men, before you have your driver's license, you're going to have your passport. And I'm going to make sure that you're going to see the world. And you'll see the world through the lens of poetry. And you'll stand in front of audiences at the Louvre. And you'll stand in front of audiences at the embassy in Paris. And you'll say words like, what happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Or does it fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat, or does it crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Does it sag like a heavy load, or does it explode? What happens to a dream deferred? In my promotion of equity, what I'm really promoting is that dream, that ability for every young person to hold on to that innate desire to become more than even the educational system sometimes thought he could or would become. What I promote is the dream, their individual dream. What I promote through equity, through the arts, is their ability to believe in themselves and not become Paul Laurence Dunbar's The Bird he talks about in Sympathy. I know why the caged bird sings. I know why the caged bird beats his wings until its blood is red on the crew bars, and he must fly back to his perch and cling. Oh, I know, and most of our young people know it too. I know why the caged bird sings. To be that bird and be able to explain it to them. To be the subject in I Too, singing for America, trying to understand it, but to be able to have a voice in it. So what's my voice in this conversation about promoting equity in these environments, even right now? In 2021, it's to make sure that every young man, from the youngest, the 9-year-old, to my young man that I just saw off to Morehouse for his first year, understands exactly who he is, and he's empowered in that fight. And my job is to stay on the battlefield and continue, as I have for the past 20 years, continue to empower him so that he can empower the next young man, and that he can empower the next young man, and he can empower the next young man. And in that, we truly define community, one that's willing to fight and stay on the battlefield and raise that bar for every single young person.
I too sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh, eat well, and grow strong. Tomorrow, I'll be at the table when company comes. Nobody will dare say to me, eat in the kitchen then. Besides, they'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am America.
I too sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh, eat well, and grow strong. Tomorrow
I too
I'll
sing
be at the table
America.
when company
I
comes.
am the dark
Nobody will
brother.
dare say to me,
They
in
send
the
me
kitchen
to eat
then.
in the kitchen
besides,
when company
they'll
comes.
see how
But
beautiful
I
I
laugh,
am
eat
and
well,
be ashamed.
and grow strong.
I too
Tomorrow,
am America.
Can I
I'll be at the
sing
table
America?
when company
If
comes.
I can't
Nobody will dare say to me,
breathe, if I
eat in the
can't
kitchen then.
breathe,
Besides,
if I
they'll see
can't
how
breathe,
beautiful I am
if
and
I
be ashamed.
can't breathe,
I too
if I
am America.
breathe. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. I'm only 9. At what age am I free? At what age should I feel free? So much, too much pressure on me. Looking for pieces of my identity. And I'm not united if I take a knee. But where are the people fighting for me? At what age am I free?
And there are messages for the marginalized communities. Those communities that are saturated with messages that promote everything that helps to deteriorate a community. What happens on the prevention end is that you have to have people who are willing to be a voice for the voiceless. And you have to be able to empower them so that they understand the power behind that voice. So what is my job in this role as community advocate, as substance abuse professional? My job is to be bold on the front line. My job is to understand the genetic predisposition in so many families and to be able to hopefully show that pit to all young people so that, when they come upon it, not only do they stop themselves from falling in, they become a gate and stop others from falling in. If there is not equity in those who promote that message, there will not be gatekeepers that help to stop and help them ease around the gate where they are able to land in, like the 2 young men who are performing today, land in universities all around this country because someone stopped and said, I don't care if you are in a school that's an academic failure. I don't care what drug abuse issues are in your community. As this preventionist is going to grab you at the age of 12, and I'm going to carry you all the way through until you're 19. And when you're done, you're going to come back and you're going to celebrate the fact that despite the risk factors, you were resilient. And the reason you were resilient is because there was equity in the prevention services that grabbed you right at the desired time. Oh, I've known rivers. Did someone ask me that question about a river? I heard you. I've known rivers, ancient as the world, and older than the flow of human blood in human veins. My soul grows deep like the rivers. Oh, I bathed in the Euphrates when dawns were young. I built my hut near the Congo, and it lulled me to sleep. I looked upon the Nile and raised the pyramids above it. And I heard the singing of the Mississippi when Abe Lincoln went down to New Orleans and seen its muddy bosom turn all golden in the sunset. Oh, I've known rivers, ancient, dusky rivers. My soul grows deep like the rivers.
There's passion in my rhyme. There's tears behind the rhythm. With him, I am him. I am him. Melanated, born this way, judged, but watching us, they pray, and listening to what the naysayers say, and keep looking for a brighter day. Keep looking for a brighter day. Where the darkness of Emmett Till spills still, I am the darkness of Emmett Till, and his blood spills still.
We wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. This debt we pay to humankind. With torn and bleeding hearts, we smile Why should the world be overwise and counting all our tears and sighs? Nay, let them only see us while we wear the mask. We smile, but oh great Christ, our cries to thee from tortured souls arise. We sing, but oh the clay is vile beneath our feet and along the mile. But let the world dream otherwise. We wear the mask. 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 We wear the mask.
My blackness, they trying to pursue. Thoughts in my head starting to brew. My favorite color is blue, but due to the crew that rock it, I might drop it. But Judgment Day's coming to a city, suburb, and the hood near you. I'm just sick and tired of the painful tears, plus fears that attack blacks throughout the years. But daily, people are losing their faith, not trying to anticipate when there is no full of grace. You see, the enemy wants us to lose our faith and hope, but we've had to cope with the evil thus far. Just wanted to all go up in smoke. Stay prayerful and take action. Do not start slacking. Peaceful punches are impacting the enemy's eventual reaction. But I know y'all not the only ones that are fed up, tired, and ticked. But you do not have to subjugate yourself to throwing them bricks. You see, I'm about to bust, and that means danger. I'm writing this out of anger. My pen's cocked with more in the chamber. The enemy wants me to lose. I'd rather stick to my beliefs than sing those inner city blues. There's too many duels for jewels, turning people into fools. I'd rather get in competition with my opposition within the school.
I aim high. I endeavor to be the best in every area of my life. I aim high. I do not settle for mediocrity. I will not accept being labeled average, for average is nearly the top of below average. Average is nearly the surface of the bottom. I aim high. I aim high in my education. I aim high in my morality. I aim high in my community. I aim high in my home. And even when I miss the mark, I'll pick up the ball and I'll try again. I accept mistakes and I learn from them. But I will never, 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 never accept failure, because I am destined for greatness. Like a ball, I'll pick up life. I'll fix my eyes on the goal, and I step forward.
our dogma.
What?
This is our creed.
What?
This is our pledge.
What?
This is our oath.
What?
So accept it.
What?
Believe it.
What?
Embrace it.
What?
For we hold these truths to
Aim high.